What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. For the next 2 days, we're going to cover the regional results for Melbourne and Knoxville. Just because I don't have time really to film this week, so we're going to break these results down, see what happened, all that kind of fun stuff. I guess I need to pull up Poke Stats too, so let me just do this real quick. Let's see here. Poke Stats. Not live. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so we're actually gonna look at Melbourne first because Melbourne actually finished before Knoxville. Just FYI, so we're gonna Melbourne first. Brett Tonneson, which is crazy because like Brett Tonneson won, you can see from right here. But if you look at Liverpool, Brett Tonneson got second just a week before in Liverpool, which is like literally, I feel like on the exact opposite of the world. So we'll go to Melbourne real quick. I think Brett Tonneson is from Australia, so we'll go to Melbourne. And from here, you can kind of compare side by side, everything like that. So we go to standings and see all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, let's go to regionals real quick, and then you can see everything has been already been imported. Thank you, Limitless and RK9, for working together. They're both fantastic people. Fantastic people. But we see that Brent Tonneson went back and played Giratina Lost Zone Box. Pretty crazy. Back-to-back regionals. Got second, then first. Proving, hey, if you fly across the country, across the world, if you're good enough, you can do it. And Brent did do that. And that's fantastic. So we'll look at Brent's deck. I think it is technically different than his last place deck too. So it is, as you can see here, it's first. It is not a copy of anything. I think this one is different because it did play Pokegear, and I don't think he played Pokegear last time. We see Brent Tonneson's matchups and a bunch of Charizard, the Mirror, ton of times, and pretty much that's like it. I mean, he hit 3 Guardies, played the Mirror, and played Charizard. Nothing crazy. Like the most vanilla kind of like. And this is actually pretty like um, exciting because like the meta's been like so diverse and different that it's crazy that they just play like a pretty vanilla stuff. So that's pretty crazy, right? That's crazy. We see Haru Nishikawa. So this is they actually play the same list. Kaito Ara. Probably pronounced that way wrong, and I apologize. But playing the Charizard with Radiant Zard, playing the 3-1 Charmander split. For the Heat Tackle, the Heat Tackle is pretty cool. For the Roaring Moon, playing the 2 Lost Vacuum, playing the Lovo, which I do like the Lovo, playing 2 Nest Ball as well, and a 4 Ultra Ball, so 4 VIP PS, do that. Playing 4 Iono, 1 Research, that's pretty similar. I don't, maybe one less Stadium card is what we might see here. Only playing 1 Belt and 1 Force Steel Stone. We don't see Devolution, which we usually see in this kind of list too, or some other kind of tool card, but just one with Choice Belt, no other inclusion. Did play an Escape Rope, but no Toro, and no Pow Pat either. Did play the 1 Counter Catcher, the Radiant Zard, the Rotom, Lumineon Mew, and Manaphy, and Jirachi. So the whole package is in there. So yeah, pretty cool. 2 Super Rods, nice too. Playing 2 Super Rod and 7 Fires, so kind of breaking a little bit of that plays. So we look at Haru's matchup. You can see they only played Lost on Giratina 3 times and lost every single time. But look at this. Guardy. What happened? What happened in Australia? Did play Roaring Moon. Guardy here. Did beat a Frigibacks or Backs Caliber deck, but still that many Guardies. My goodness, that's crazy. So yeah, congratulations, Japan coming down, and we have Natalie playing Gardevoir. I think it is like yeah, it's oh my goodness, that's why Australia said, we're playing Gardevoir. We're gonna play Gardevoir, and we're gonna play Gardevoir. And the crew rolled up with Gardevoir. So Natalie, we'll see here. Kind of playing this Screamtail. No cape though, which I don't know if that's normal or not normal. I don't know enough about Guardy. Playing 2 Rare Candy, not 3. I think the normal list is maybe 3 or 4 or something. It's a little bit different there. Did play the 1 Turo. No Palpat either, just a 1 Turo. Okay. 4-3 with the one step, the 2-2 split. Zacian is back in the mix. Cresselia is back in the mix too. Screamtail's back. These lists kind of differ between there. 3 Reversal Energy, and I think this is like an inclusion that maybe Mike Fouché or somebody, I can't remember exactly who came up with that idea. Playing 3 Stadium outs and the Lost Hacking, so 4 different outs for Path to the Peak, which is great. 2 counter catcher, because when you're behind, you can use counter catcher. And you're going to be behind. You are Gardevoir deck, so it will take you a second to come back. And look at Natalie's. Now, Natalie, this is looking like a real regionals list, like playing Charizard, playing Lugia. Did beat a Charizard, did lose to tie Charizard. So they literally went 1-1 against Charizard, which is pretty interesting. Did went 1-1 against Lost Box Tina. Went 2-0 against the Rap Strike Urshifu. Did beat a Lugia deck and beat Lugia. So played Nigel twice and beat them both. Pretty interesting. I can't wait to see Nigel's list. But congratulations, Natalie. Let's go next. We're gonna make. Is there anything? Yes, number top 8s for Gardevoir with Natalie's list. Look at Christian Vita's list. So another list by themselves. I don't know enough about these lists to actually talk about it too much, but did play a Spiritomb. I think that's a little bit different. I know some lists did play Spiritomb, some lists didn't play Spiritomb and stuff like that. 4 Switch Card, which I think the Switch count is kind of different sometimes. 4 Psychic, 4 Grass, and 2 Water. Got the 4 Jets, which I think is pretty normal nowadays. 4 Path Peak, 2 Pokegears. I think 2 Pokegears usually kind of what we usually see. We see Christian did play. Wow. Okay, so they did tie Britt Tonneson. This is probably on purpose to make it a top 8, right? And did beat another one. So yeah, their only time they really lost to one was in the top 4, I think is what it is. So that's so crazy. It's crazy. Did lose to Charizard, the one that got this is the one that played the same list. And did lose to a Lost Box Dragonite deck. But did beat 2 of the Charizards. Beat Marita and beat a Gimmighoul. No, not Gimmighoul. Sorry, Lily. That's upsetting. Alright, so that is great Gear Team Lost Box. So let's go to Tim playing a Lost Box deck. So let's see what this looks like. Ooh, spicy is it's like, hit for whatever kind of type you're doing. So Royal Moon could take some huge knockouts. Iron Hands could take some 2 prizes. Dragon V is just there to go really fast. You got Sableye to place damage, Kramer for quick. Anger Ninja to do the snipe. I got the 4-3-2-2. Like, this deck is crazy. Is this list played by anybody else, or was just so you can see right here they Dean played this at Charlotte, and then I guess Tim said, "Hey, I like that list." And Dean did play it again at Knoxville, get 19th place. So Dean got 31st and 19th. Pretty cool that Tim saw this list and was like, "Hey, I like what Dean did there. Let's copy that." So that's pretty cool to see that. We see Tim here had a. Jeez, I'm trying to figure this math real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 wins. 1 tie, 1 loss. So depending against your team lost on box, it's probably a good matchup. They did tie twice against Guardy, which doesn't mean anything. It could be on purpose, but then beat it 3 other times. So I guess right here at top 8 is where it really mattered, right? That's what really matters. So unfortunately, did lose in top 8 after doing so well against all those different decks. So we have Gaetano Posani. Let's go third list real quick. So they played different 2 routes. I'm believing Nana played 2 different routes, so I could be wrong. 3-1 split. Mew, Corselia, Manaphy, Zacian, Screentail, Gradient Ninja, Jirachi. Did play the Avery Countercatcher to 2 reversal, not the 3. 10 Psychic, 2 Rare Candy. And let's see, what did Jatana... I'm sorry if I saying your name wrong. Did lose a Charizard, beat a Charizard, tied a Charizard, beat a Charizard, and tied a Charizard. My brain is trying to do that math real quick. So 2-1-2 against Charizard. Did go 1-1 against Lost Box. These matches are unknown, so we don't know what that is. But still, did pretty well overall. I mean, obviously, did top 8, got 6th place. Congratulations. I don't know what's different in this list than the other one that we just saw. But play their own list. Nobody else's. Pretty cool. We see Nigel. Now, Nigel is probably like the most hyped deck I see from this tournament, and that is Lugia Snorlax. Just because Lugia is a friend, friend of mine. And it's like the single price deck. Sorry. Got the Lugia, got the Arceus, got the Snorlax, the Thumping Snorlax, you do 180 damage. Got the Radiant Star, got the Wide Deer, so you like do some damage. Got the Lumineon, Drapion, and the Luxray, so you do some damage out of nowhere. I don't know what the math is Cabalion wise. Where kind of does. I know it does plus 30, so it does say like Snorlax does 210 and stuff like that. But I don't know the significance of that. I'm sure they can answer that. Radiant also just hits like 280, which still doesn't knock out. I think your matchup still is like very debatable against Charizard, which is why I haven't personally played the deck because of Charizard. But let's see, did Nigel play any Charizard? They did. They went 1-1 against it, but did not hit any of the Charizards. They did lose to Gardevoir, which I think Gardevoir is also like a kind of shaky matchup. You can see here they went 1-1 or 1-2-1 against it. I did lose to Natalie twice. So if you're going to lose to a Gardevoir player, it might be Natalie. Fantastic player. Right. And they beat the Lost Zone box. I think the Lost Zone Giratina is probably just it's an okay matchup. It's not too bad, right? You got the single prize with Snorlax and just do like ton of damage over and over again, right? The Thumping Snore. So I think that's fine. So if you're very if you're in heavy Giratina format, then that's fine, right? Radiance is also pretty good too. Does 250, it just knocks out stuff. It's pretty nice. They play 3 Burnett. Oh my gosh. Okay. 4 Jets, got 3 gaps. Got the 1 Therapeutic, 1 V-Guard, 1 Lumineous, and 1 Reversal. So Lumineous is for the Charizard, of course. Reversal is for the Luxray, the V-Guard, so you can do like less damage dealt with you. The Therapeutic is for Snorlax. You do have the Jet Energy as well, but Therapeutic could just like make it where you don't go to sleep, and Jet Energy can just swap you out. 4 Boss Order, so you like, and I guess what's interesting about this matchup is like, I guess against Charizard, like ideally you just want to like boss the bench if they bench 3 times, because they bench like a Rotom, they bench a Pidgeot, you can knock that out with Luxray or somebody, and then something like that, and then. White Ear, could you check out Final Knockout or something? Interesting. I don't know. I have to play around the deck. Like I said, Charizard is like the pain that you have, right? So Su Chun Li, in top 8 with Lost Zone box. So let's see here. So it is their own list. Playing 3 Path Speak. Some lists play 3, we'll play 4. Playing 2 Switch Card, 2 Switch. So like a 2-2 split. And the reason behind this is so you can switch out your Giratina V-Star if need be, because Switch Card is only for basics. Does Spiritomb, which is great. I think Spiritomb is a great inclusion, especially for this weekend, to help out against like Roaring Moon, because I think Roaring matchup is pretty okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but like with Spiritomb, you are shutting down, but shut down Mew, which I think Mew is like a bad matchup, but with Spiritomb plus Path to Peak, you kind of like destroy them. 2 Roxanne, 4 Cross Swimmer is pretty, and 2 Balls. That's pretty standard stuff. 2 Pokegear, pretty standard, like I said. Everything else is pretty standard. There's no Jirachi in this list. Some lists play Jirachi, some lists don't play Jirachi. So that's a big difference there. But everything else is pretty simple. I like the 4-3-3. Just like having like, just even amount of energy so you can keep up with it. Sometimes I like playing that 4-4-3. But I mean, I've never played the deck, so I can't speak from experience. So yeah, that's your top 8 decks, and I think that's what really matters the most. We can start looking through here, see if anything looks interesting. So we do have Aaron Lee Cole played a Gardevoir Mewtwo deck, which is like pretty interesting. We haven't seen really a Gardevoir Mewtwo deck in a good minute. I think the last time we saw a Gardevoir Mewtwo deck, did Limitless just get shut down? Is this my internet, or did Limitless just get shut down? Limitless. RIP, Limitless got banned or something. Limitless. What's happening? Bad gateway. Bad gateway. Interesting. Need to make sure. Yep, it's definitely not my internet. Limitless, what's wrong, buddy? Come back, Limitless. All right, so we're back. I guess Limitless paid the bill, and we are chilling. And we left off. We were looking at some interesting decks from here, and the one that stood out to me was Gardevoir Mewtwo, Aaron Lee Cole. I think the last time we had something like this was maybe Brazil. I think maybe like Gardevoir Mewtwo deck, and that's what we see here. Look at this cute Cleffa. Look at there. But it's just Gardevoir Mewtwo. I mean, if you can't knock out the Mewtwo with 310 HP, you're chilling, right? I think that's what the deck kind of really revolves around. Let's see what did they lose to. Sorry, my eye is itching. So let's scroll down. Of course, there's a question mark because we have no idea what it really is. So Gardevoir, Italian Urshifu, Charizard, and Lost Box Kyogre. But it beat everything else. Went 9, 3, and 2. Wait, it said 2 ties. Where's the second tie at? There's only one here. Something's messed up. Something's messed up in the world. We went 9, 3, and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Don't know. I don't know what happened. But unfortunately did not make top 8. But still, a really cool deck. What a very, very interesting deck. There's an Arceus. Is this the Regigigas and Leafeon? I don't think you need Leafeon in this deck. I think it's fine without it. I think the Arceus is like enough by itself to beat Charizard from what I've heard. But who knows? Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you do. I don't know. And I think Regigigas has for Roaring Moon and stuff like that. So there was a Golden Go. Oh, we can just do it this way too. We can go in here. 24th. Let's see what did Lucas play against. So they tied a couple times. Mew, Lost Box, question mark. What did Jordan Palmer play? Oh, Gardevoir. Why does it say question mark on there? Interesting. Interesting reporting issues. There's Golden Go. They got 40th. How the split? How the Scyther build? Scyther. Let's go. I think it was this one. Yeah, Eden. Yeah. So did lose to Roaring Moon. Did lose to Gardevoir. Lost to Lost Box. Giratina. Ooh, did lose to the. Or tied the Lugia player. But they played a bunch of questions and then did beat the Lost Box Tina build a couple times. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. It's pretty good to see. Let's see what else we have. Anything else stood out? There's a control player, a cloth, and another Golden Go deck. Play 3-1 with the 1-1. Oh, play the Feebas version of it with it. Pretty interesting. But yeah, there is Melbourne regionals. Like I said, we have Melbourne, and then tomorrow we'll cover Knoxville. We did have one American. Look at Gabriel Smart just throwing a curveball there. Austria, sure, Japan, China, and Singapore. But everybody else was Australian. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Pretty cool to see. You can see right here. Most successful deck, like always, is Giratina. Gardevoir. So Gardevoir is actually a pretty big deal here, which is pretty interesting because we really haven't seen Gardevoir that much. But yeah, it has made a resurgence down in Melbourne. But tomorrow we will cover Knoxville and see what that's about. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye.